why you should do sports in high school. This is Mentor Mike, and today I'll be talking about why I, as a valedictorian, think that you should do sports in high school even if you're not good at them. So let's talk about my credentials and why I'm making this video in the first place. So I graduated high school last year as valedictorian. Even though I wasn't particularly athletic, I did sports basically throughout my whole high school career. I think it really helped me in many different ways, which I'll be sharing with you today. So during high school, I did soccer, cross country, swimming, and tennis. Not at the same time, obviously, but all during their seasons. And while I wasn't going to be a D1 athlete in any of them, I still think that if you're in my position, I would highly recommend that you follow my footsteps in this direction. So the first reason I would recommend doing sports is quite straightforward. It forces you to be healthy and have a healthy lifestyle. So while we all heard those stories of people who try going to the gym or try working out, usually what happens is they go for a week, 2 weeks, and something comes up or they get lazy and they don't end up going. However, if you're in an organized sport, your coach is going to make sure that you show up every day for practice. And if you don't show up one day, well, your coach is going to have a problem and he's going to tell you. And while that might not feel great in the moment, you are certain to not be a lazy bum, and you are certain to be healthier than you would have been otherwise. Now, of course, I'm not saying that if you go and start swimming or playing soccer, you're going to be some bodybuilder. What I am saying is that you're not going to be bottom tier, you're going to be at least average. And if you are going to be average, well, you're going to be above average then. And what's the point of being really good in academics if you're just unhealthy, right? We want to be well-rounded and healthy in all different matters of our life. So do a sport. So my second reason why you should do a sport is actually kind of counterintuitive. It's going to teach you time management. So of course, if you're on a sports or in any athletic activity, you're going to be using up at least 10 hours a week, if not more, doing that. If you have something on the weekends, then that's going to cut into your free time, maybe study time on the weekends as well. While that does seem like a negative at first, what it does is it forces you to learn time management now, and the sooner you learn it, the better. I remember when I was doing sports, I would have a lot of work, so then during the off season, I always expected to have a lot more free time because I wouldn't be taking up 10, 12, 14 hours every week going to practice and going to games. However, what ended up really happening is that I ended up wasting more time and taking up more time doing homework, which could have really been done in less time. It's actually really surprising how much work you can get done if you're forced to do it, and if you're also forced to exercise. Now, furthermore, you also learn to look at the future with a calendar or with any other method you're going to end up using. If you know you have a game with your sport and then you have a exam the next day, or if you have an important test the next day, well, you're going to know you need to study before that. And I think that the best way to learn this type of forward-thinking time management is by doing an athletic activity in high school. So my final reason why you should do sports in high school is that it helps build your character. Because when you're doing sports, you're going to have to face challenges. Sometimes you're going to win a game, sometimes you're going to lose a game. Sometimes you're going to meet your goal, sometimes you're going to fail to meet your goal. And that's something that's going to really help build your resilience, build your tolerance to failure, and teach you how to set reasonable goals and reasonable expectations for yourself and for others that are on your team. Furthermore, if you're bad at your sport, maybe like me, then it also teaches you humility, which is something I think a lot of us could use. Sometimes you have to enjoy playing a sport or doing something just because it's fun and you like putting in the effort, even if you know you're probably not going to end up winning and not going to end up being really successful with it. Additionally, and when you're playing a sport, you're put in a situation where you're facing a hardship together with a lot of people that may or may not be similar to you. But through the process of trying to overcome challenges together, you're pretty much guaranteed to make some long lasting friendships with the people on your team. Additionally, this is guaranteed to improve your social skills, your communication, and obviously foster friendships. And that's why I think that you should be doing sports in high school, even if you're not good at them. To recap, when you're in a sport, you are guaranteed to have to do fitness, you're going to learn time management, and you're going to build your character. If you have any questions or if you agree or disagree with me, leave a comment down below. And if you want more videos just like this, then subscribe.